Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today's tutorial shall be the making of this beautiful off-shoulder circle dress. If you're new to this channel, you're welcome. This is Donlarrie, and here on this channel I upload pattern drafting, sewing tutorials and DIY. Kindly subscribe and also remember to put on your notification bell so you get notified anytime I upload a new video. Okay guys, let's get started. So to get started, you will need the following measurement. You will need the shoulder measurement, the bust measurement, the gown length measurement, and your off-shoulder round measurement. This is the African print fabric that I'll be using, and this is 2 yards of African print fabric. You can use 2.5 inches and even up to 3 inches depending on the length of the gown you want to achieve. So once you've determined the length you want to achieve, if it is 2 yards or 2.5 yards or 3 yards, whichever one, the first thing you will do is to fold the fabric into 2. So once you've cut out the yardage that you will be using, so this is 2 yards and I folded it into 2. So as you can see it, so this is 2 yards, from here to here is 2 yards, and I folded it into 2 like this. So you will need to first of all fold it into 2. Once you folded your fabric into 2, then we are going to be folding it again to make it in 4 folds. So to make that 4 folds, this folded part, so we have the folded part now, and we have the open part. So to fold it again into 4, the folded part of the fabric, which is here, so you will pick this end. This is my right hand, so you will pick that end, and then you will need to fold it towards this open end like this. So can you see that? So we have 4 folds now. So this is what it will look like. Let me just turn it. The first thing you want to do after folding it into 4 is to input your shoulder measurement divided by 2. My shoulder measurement is 15 inches. Dividing it by 2, I will have 7.5 inches. So I will come here, you come to this narrow part, and then you input your shoulder measurement. So mine is 7.5 inches, so I will just mark 7.5 inches here. And once you've done that, then you will need to confirm that whatever you have from this edge to this edge is the same thing as whatever you have from here to here. So I will quickly check that. So here I have 9.75 inch. Then I will also come here, so you make sure you have the same thing. So I will mark it again here. So you can see we have a difference of about 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to blend it together like this. So once you've input your shoulder measurement, you will need to take your arm to arm measurement. So whatever your arm to arm measurement is, you will need to divide that by 2. So my whole arm to arm measurement is 12.5 inches. Dividing the arm to arm measurement by 2, I have 6.25 inches. So you will now come again to the shoulder measurement that you've input, and then you mark whatever you get. So here I will mark 6.25 inches. And we are marking from the folded part. So now this is our center front and the center back. So this open end will be the armhole area. So once you've input the arm to arm measurement, the next thing you want to do is to create the armhole curve. And to create the armhole curve, you're going to be taking away between 4 to 5 inches depending on how low you want it. Remember, this is an off-shoulder dress. So for the off-shoulder dress, we usually take away between 4 to 5 inches or even up to 6 inches depending on how low you want it. You can use 4 or 5 inches. So I'll be using 5 inches, and then you just place, make sure the 5, or if you are using 4 inches, is exactly on this line. So once you've done that, then you input your normal armhole depth measurement. So my normal armhole depth measurement is 8 inches. So I will just mark 8 inches here on this line. So once you are able to mark it, the next thing you will do is to measure whatever you have there. So we have 3 inches here. So I will just come here and also mark 3 inches. So I will mark 3 inches round. So once you've marked this, then you will divide your bust measurement by 4. Remember, we folded the fabric into 4. So whatever your bust measurement is, you divide it by 4. So the bust measurement I'm working with is divided by 4 is 9.25. So I will just come here and mark 9.25. So this is 9.25, like this. And then from here now, I will create a kind of curved shape for the armhole. You can use your French curve to do that. So can you see that? So once you've done this, the next thing you want to do now is to input the gown length measurement. Like I said earlier, that the gown length measurement will determine the yardage that you will be cutting out. So I cut out 2 yards, and then I'll be using whatever I have from here now to here as my own length. So I will just measure it from here, from this top line, which is our arm to arm measurement line. So I will measure whatever I have here. So here I have 25.5 inches. So I will mark 25.5 inches round. So I've marked 25.5 inches round, as you can see it. So to the upper part now, we're going to be adding, making a casing to the upper part. So we're going to be adding up to 1 inch or 1.5 inches seam allowance. So I will just add 1.5 inches seam allowance to the upper line. So 1.5 inches. Like this. And then you will add half an inch seam allowance to the armhole curve. So can you see that? Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. So this is what we have. So to separate it now, you will need to cut this part open. So this is what we have. So the next thing we want to cut out will be a facing for the armhole curve, because we want to have a neat finishing. So we're going to be cutting out a facing for the armhole curve, and again we're going to be cutting out a long stripe, which will be the knot for the dress. So to cut out the long stripe, you will need to take your off shoulder round measurement, and then you're going to be adding extra allowance to it. So my off shoulder round measurement is 43 inches. Then we're going to be adding extra inches to this so that we'll be able to knot it at one side. So I'll be adding extra, let's say 30 inches to it. It will make the length 73 inches. So I'll be using the width of 2 inches because we're going to be folding it twice. So you will need up to 2 inches, or depending on what you want. So this is what I will do. This is still the 2 yards that I have. So I will just fold this into 4. I'll still fold it again. And I will mark 2 inches here, 2 inches here. So I've cut out, and this is just 2 yards of the fabric, which is 72 inches. So I think that should be okay for me. So now we want to cut out the facing for the armhole, and to do that, remember we have 4 folds here, 1 2 3 4. So we fold the fabric also into 4. So fold your fabric into 4. So 1 2, then I will fold it again like this, and then you will place your the top that we've just cut out. You place it on it. Can you see that? So you place it on it like this, and then you can make the facing 1 inch, 1.5 inches, or 2 inches, depending on how you want it. So I think I will just make this 2 inches because I will be overlocking the edge. So I've made this 2 inches, and then I will just cut out exactly what I have here on the armhole. cut out exactly what you have on the armhole curve, then you can take off this pattern, and then whatever you have here now, you will need to trace it out, and whatever you are tracing out, you make sure it is parallel to this curve. So I'll just trace that. Since I'm using 2 inches, so you measure the width. So this is around 2 inches. I'm assuming this is around 2 inches. Then you just trace it like this. Can you see that? Then I will cut it out. So this is what we have for the facing. So this is what we have for the facing. So now that we've cut out the pattern, the facing and the long stripe of fabric, so we can go ahead and assemble it. Then we move on to sewing it on the sewing machine. Now we want to assemble it so that we can move on to sewing it on the sewing machine. So I've overlocked the edge of the facing, as you can see it. So once you've overlocked the edge, and if you're not overlocking, if you don't have an overlocker, you can just fold it and fold it again. So that is what you can do, and then you sew it. You follow the shape that you have there, and then you sew it round. So once you've done that, so we're going to be separating the front from the back. So whatever you do to the front, that is what you will do to the back. So you place the facing. So you have 2 facing for the front, 2 facing for the back. So now we are going to be placing the right side of the facing on the right side of the fabric, like this. And then you do the same to the other side. So that is the first thing that you will do, like that. So you do the same thing to the other one. So once you've done that, then you go ahead and stitch it. You follow the armhole curve shape. So I will go ahead and do that now, and then I will show you what next. So I've stitched the facing to the top, as you can see it. So once you've done that, then you will need to trim it off a little bit. So once you've trimmed it off, then you will notch it round. Make sure you are not cutting through to the thread. Then you do the same thing to the other side and to the other top. So this is what it will look like on the wrong side once you've done it and you've ironed it. So can you see that? And this is what the right side will look like. So this is what you will have at the right side. So it will make your job look neater. So once you are able to achieve this, the next thing you want to do is to now go ahead and create the casing to the upper part. And to do that, we're going to fold the fabric. You first of all fold it like 1/4 of an inch. You fold it like this, very tiny. So you fold it like that, and then you fold it again depending on the seam allowance that you added. Then you fold it again like this. So this is what you will have. And then you will stitch it round from one end to the other end, like this, just to create the casing. So you make sure that the casing is wide enough for the knot that you want to add to it. So I'll go ahead now and create this casing just like I've explained to you, and then I will show you how it looks like. So I've created the casing, and this is what we have. So this is the wrong side. So can you see the casing? So you see the way I stitch it here, and then this is what the right side looks like. So once you've done this, we are almost done. The next thing you want to do is to place the front and the back together, and then you're going to make sure that the neckline, this is our neckline now, make sure that it's aligned together. That's why I will just pin it down like this. So I'll do that again, and then from the under the arm now, you're going to align the front and the back as well. So this is what you should have. So I will also pin this down. Can you see that? Okay, so this is what you will have. Once you've pinned this down and you've pinned this down, then you're going to stitch. You can use like half an inch seam allowance just to stitch from the under the hem. Make sure the two align. Then you're going to stitch down to the hem line. Then you do the same thing to the other side. Once you've done that, then you're going to fold the hem line, fold it twice and stitch it round. So for the long stripe that we have now, so this is what we're going to do. So you start from this, from one edge, fold that edge like this, then you fold at one side, fold at the other side, and then you fold again. So this is what you will have, and then you will start stitching from this edge down to the other edge. So at the other edge, when you are about to finish, then you fold it the same way you did to this, to the edge you are starting from. That is how you will finish it. So you ensure that you fold it as well. So I will go ahead and do that. So this is what we have. So I've joined it together at the side, and I've also finished the hem line, as you can see it. So this is the long stripe of fabric that we have. So what you're going to be doing now to finish it up, so you will need a safety pin, and then you can start from any end that you want. Then you insert it . Then you continue to the other side. So this is what you will have. This is the final look, guys. Thank you for watching this video till the very end. I hope you find it helpful. If yes, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave your comment down in the comment section. Share and subscribe to my channel if you're yet to do so. Till I see you guys in my next tutorial. Have a wonderful day. Bye.